So we got a brand new update that just released today, and we got some patch notes for it, and this is a pretty bigger update, but the problem is it's not a very good one. It's one that's gonna piss a lot of people off. It has a lot of nerfs in it, and especially for those of you guys who like to use the snipers and things like that, those also got nerfed as well. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be covering in today's video. If you find anything in here informative or helpful, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. But anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead, let's get into it. So the very first thing that we have right now are the global changes. So it says there's a bug fixed an issue causing incomplete main menu notification text to get cut off, preventing players from reading the full message. So it's just a random bug fix, not too important. The next thing are the balances. So with the weapon changes and adjustments, and here's where it gets crazy. So first off, the ARs. So assault rifles, I don't know why they put the RPK a part of that, but anyways, the RPK got a huge nerf. They said increase initial bullet vertical recoil, increase the horizontal recoil, and then they reduced the damage range. So as you guys know, at the start of season 2, they had already nerfed the RPK, but when you use it, it didn't feel like it was really nerfed at all. It was still melting people. It was fairly a still overpowered weapon, but it seems like a second nerf came in because they actually felt that it was still too very popular and still overused. So that was the nerf they did for that. The next one is the cast off 762. They reduced the damage range, so that way it's not going to be as impactful from long range. The next thing is the ICO hemlock. They fixed an issue causing .300 blackout ammunition to register as hit scan. So the hemlock didn't really get any type of nerfs. I thought this one would get a nerf, especially at the fact that this weapon is so overpowered that it was banned from competitive play. So you can't use this weapon at all in ranked. So I thought shortly after they would probably end up nerfing it. So even though the RPK was nerfed, there is still a good chance you can use the ICO hemlock as a replacement because it's a very overpowered weapon. But let's go on because there's more weapons that got nerfed. For example, the submachine guns, we got the FENNEC 45. They reduce far damage, reduce damage against armor, requires 2 additional bullets to fully break 3 armor plates. So that was another nerf we saw that nerf happen on season 2, but it didn't really nerf the FENNEC all that much. So they decided to redo it and add another nerf to it. So now it's actually going to be a little bit more fair game compared to other SMGs. So the next thing that we have are the battle rifles. So the FTAC Recon was buffed. It says it got increased sprint speed. So just at the base level, now you'll be able to move a little bit faster using it. The Lockman 762 increased damage range, reduced ADS speed, reduced hip fire spread minimum, increased hip fire spread while moving, and increased sprint speed. So the Lockman 762 got a huge buff. It does make sense that they are buffing these battle rifles because in the season 2 update, they ended up doing a nerf to them, like a really big nerf, and it pretty much made them almost useless. Like people did not even want to use them. They were only using them to pretty much complete their challenges such as Orion and Gold and all of that to get all that. But the next one that we have is the SO14, which was previously nerfed, ended up getting a buff for the movement speed, so now move faster. The TAC V ended up getting a nerf. They reduced the near damage, reduced muzzle velocity, reduced far damage range, and reduced the movement speed because it is, as you guys know, it was a pretty powerful weapon. So that was also one of the metas that has now gotten nerfed. So the 3 big metas were nerfed. I feel like there are going to be some new metas with the hemlock, but we'll talk about that in another video. Now the next thing is the attachment. So here's where the snipers ended up seeing a nerf. So it says attachment adjustments, the ammunition, incendiary ammunition, residual incendiary damage will no longer eliminate players, fixed an issue that prevented residual incendiary damage from being applied to armor, fixed an issue that allowed sniper rifles to down players with 3 armor plates in a single shot while using incendiary ammunition. So apparently to them that was a whole bug and that is not intentional. They do not want snipers to one-shot people, but it just, to me, it doesn't make sense. I feel like snipers, especially the more powerful ones, should definitely have the ability to one-shot players. I mean, that's like the whole point of a sniper is to use it. Takes 1 bullet to shoot and it kills somebody, but they thought that's not how snipers should work. But anyways, let's go ahead and let's talk about the other things. So we got some bug fixes for multiplayer and ranked play. So first, they fixed the issue that caused some elements to be missing in the after action report, fixed collision issues with various elements on Embassy, fixed the issue allowing players to leave farm 18 and infected. So these are like the patch notes for a multiplayer. The next thing is the ranked play. They fixed the issue causing players to receive harsher suspensions than intended. So if you ended up leaving the game or whatever you may did to cause the suspension, you're probably getting punished a little too hard. And then they have fixed the issue causing players to get kicked for inactivity despite being active in a match. That would piss a lot of people off, I'm not gonna lie. But the next one is they fixed the issue that would incorrectly display that SR had reset to 0. So some people were thinking they got fully reset, but they actually didn't. Anyways, those are everything you'll need to know about that. And then the special ops, they did like a little bug fix, not that important, but they fixed the issue stopping a player unable to move if they use the terminals at the same time as another player. And then with Warzone 2, they did a new playlist update. So basically everything is pretty much exactly the same. What's brand new is Ashika Island Resurgence now introduces solos. So with solos, there's going to be max players of 52 and it's going to play pretty much the same way. But yeah, that's everything you'll need to know about the terms of playlist. General is they adjusted the positioning of some geographical elements on Ashika Island to allow for better cover during engagement. So as you know, once you get to like the center area of the map where it's just hills, you have really no cover because at that point you're just wide in the open. If there's a dude on a sniper, like on top of a building with a sniper or with the LMG, chances are you're going to get eliminated and you won't be able to really do much about it. But they are working on fixing that issue and slowly doing more and more updates. So the next thing that we got is more bug fixes. So they fixed collision issues with various elements across Ashika Island, allowing players to exploit and shoot through them. Fixed the issue that caused the correct combination of attachments with incendiary rounds to allow sniper rifles, which we already talked about. They call that a bug. And then in Battle Royale, they fixed the issue that prevented purchases loadout drop markers from equipping to active loadout field upgrade slot. Fixed the issue that caused the most wanted contract tooltip to indicate a 4-minute timer when the actual timer was 3 minutes. And then they fixed the issue that caused standard Battle Royale solos to still use 2v2 in Gulag. Fixed the issue that would inaccurately display the placed 155th message upon squad elimination. And then with DMZ, they fixed the issue causing AI reinforcements to clip through buildings. Fixed an exploit allowing players to get extra attachments on their weapons. Fixed the issue relating to players getting stuck with a repeating downloading instance inventory. Fixed the issue relating to a floating cache used in the radioactive materials contract. And then they also have a recently fixed tab, which we talked about in the past video, is the armor plates found via ground loot across Ashika Island is now gonna spawn in more armor plates. And then they also fixed the issue relating to all players in a squad holding the same weapon in DMZ lobby screen. They fixed the issue that was preventing players from unlocking new seasonal content via extraction, and fixed the issue causing AI reinforcements to continue to respawn without end. So that was a pretty crazy bug, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, if you're playing DMZ and you exfil with some brand new content, they weren't allowing you to keep that. So they did it with a recent update. They fixed it and they made it so that way if you find the Hemlock or you find any of the brand new DLC weapons, if you exfil it with that, you'll actually get to keep it. But that's pretty much everything you'll need to know about this brand new update. They usually do updates on Wednesdays, but they did a smaller update on Wednesday and then they dropped a bigger update on Friday for patch notes. The Wednesday one was more for content, but now we're seeing a lot of patches and things like that. But how do you feel about these nerfs? Do you think the RPK and the FENNEC and the Tag V should have gotten this nerf? How do you guys feel about that? I personally think that these guns did deserve a nerf because they have been the meta for the longest. Almost every single person, whenever you get into a fight in Warzone, they're using one of these 3 weapons. But the snipers, on the other hand, I feel like they should be one shot. If anything, snipers deserve to be one shot. What's the point of using a sniper if you're not able to really one shot people? Because there's a likely chance if you one shot somebody from a very far distance away, chances are they're going to end up using a self revive or having a friend being able to pick them up. So you honestly wouldn't end up really getting the kill most times anyway, unless they die in the open and then you're able to get them while they're down. So regardless, I feel like snipers should be one shot. But anyways, that's all that I got for you guys in today's video. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's been your boy Trizzle. Hopefully I'll be seeing you guys on the channel again. Peace.